Hello and welcome to an introductory preview on Peerzone's Leading Our Recovery workshop done at Care Community Connections. The purpose of this workshop is to explore what recovery means, the process of recovery, other people's experience of recovery, and our own experience of recovery. What is recovery? Here are some lived experience views on recovery. Recovery is achieving the life I want. Recovery is finding what was once lost, me. Recovery is not being a victim. Recovery is allowing myself to fail and have setbacks. Recovery is more than not using. Madness is about gifts, not symptoms. Spend a few minutes to think about whether any of these definitions resonate with you. Hope is the key to recovery. Recovery is important because it replaces beliefs that people don't recover. It replaces focusing on people's weaknesses instead of their strengths. And it replaces taking over decisions about people's lives. Mental health and addiction services have often been based on fear. In mental health, these views have been challenged by long-term studies done in the 80s showing that a majority of people with schizophrenia can recover. Psychiatric rehabilitation through the 80s and 90s started to believe in recovery rather than maintenance for people. The user-survivor movement from the 70s onwards highlighted human rights. In the addiction sector, these views have been challenged by 12-step programs starting in the 1930s, as well as others alike, and other peer support initiatives.
Recovery could either be clinical or personal recovery. Clinical recovery is a result of treatments from a health professional, while personal recovery could happen as a result of changes in oneself and the world. Clinical recovery's aim is to reduce symptoms and improve functioning. It focuses on the outcome of the treatment given by health professionals and received by a person to reduce deficits. The success of clinical recovery is rated by the clinician. In essence, the entire pathway of recovery is controlled by the clinician. The aim of personal recovery is a renewed sense of self and transition to valued roles. It charts a process of personal growth for the individual while focusing on building a person's resilience. The success of personal recovery depends on the environment a person finds themselves. It relies on the individuals themselves, the individual's friends, families, or peers. Personal recovery is rated by the person. The recovery experience can be described in different ways. In a summary of some research asking people about the experience of recovery, people described their experience as hope, my most important part of my recovery, self-esteem, my personal growth, confidence, resourcefulness, taking responsibility, self-care, making choices, relationships, people who believe in me, who need me, income, not too much money, stress, or debt, contribution, work, education, being relied on to do things, transitions, new understanding, identity, or circumstances. These are a few of the ways in which recovery experience was described. We would like you to take some time to think about your own recovery in relation to this research summary. In wrapping up, we would like you to bear in mind that the process of reaching recovery is just as important as recovery itself. Just like every other journey, it is unique to everyone with some common patterns. Remember that hope is the key to recovery. We would like you to take some time to think about what you have learned throughout your life that helps you to keep up your well-being. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions about this workshop or are interested in participating in the full-length workshop, please contact the Program Assistant HIV Support or the Program Assistant Harm Reduction, Rainbow Spit, as Care Community Connections.